Man, to any of my student athletes, are you dealing with a confidence issue? Or are you dealing with the time management issue? You don't know how to manage being a student athlete, to manage how to handle business on the court and to train and practice and everything. Guess what? The person I'm interviewing today deals with that too. And she talks about how she's battling with that and overcoming it in the process. You would think that, man, if I'm a D1 athlete, if I'm playing SEC basketball at the Mississippi State, like that's top tier basketball you're playing. You think she have it figured out, right? She struggles just like you. But between the conversation we had today and just thinking for yourself, I'm pretty sure you'll figure out how you can develop yourself, develop that mental game on and off the court. Because ball is life, remember. So figuring out how to develop these characteristics and traits on the court will also transition off the court and vice versa. So join the conversation today with the Mississippi State player. She ain't just a hooper, like she's like a true player. Like she's like a true like she get buckets. I'm gonna just say that she get buckets. But thank you for coming on, Miss Breasha. I hope you guys enjoy watching her. I hope you enjoy and guys listening. It's a dope. It's a dope conversation, dope interview, man. So hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for tuning in. See you. Yo, what is going on, man? I am BeBall Jones. I am simply a basketball trainer that is here to bring you the blueprint, the stories, and the mindset to help you make progress in your game. Appreciate you tuning in. There you go. Yo, what's going on? Everything good?
Yeah, what's up?
And I'm glad you're here. You feel me? We finally getting in business. You know, we talking. So I'm glad you're here to do this interview with me. Um, you know the funny thing about this is we like country cousins because you in Mississippi and I'm in Alabama. And so we like down south homies like that. So
Alabama
representing
might
for
be
the South.
worse though. Alabama
Yo,
might be
you know
more
what's funny?
country.
We gonna get back there. You know what's funny? I remember talking to a friend
What?
one day and I forgot how we got to this conversation, but it's like the go-to thing for not just Alabama, but like other people down here too. It's like at least I'm not Mississippi. That's like the response of things. And at first it's kind of funny, like aha, at least
Who
I'm not
be saying
Mississippi.
that? Nah, who
No,
be
because
saying
like
that?
stuff will happen. Stuff will happen in the news, and we'll be like, well, at least we're not Mississippi. We ain't as bad as Mississippi. But I'm like, that's not real like a good
Mm,
thing to say because it's like saying I'm fat, but I'm not fat as her or him. Like it's not like you still like you know what I mean. So I don't like
we
take
still
pride
the
in people
same.
saying that. Yeah, because it's like, bro, you're doing bad. It's not you're just doing not doing. I'm broke, but I ain't as broke as them. Like, bro, you still broke. So I don't like that. But how do you
Right.
feel about knowing that that's kind of how people think about Mississippi?
I love Mississippi, so I don't care what nobody else say. I'm gonna be proud. I tell people any day I'm from Mississippi. And I'm proud to be from Mississippi.
That's good. You wear your Mississippi pride on your sleeve and let people know that this is what you about.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
And do
But
most definitely. If I can get a
hey,
Mississippi State, not even a Mississippi State, if I can get a Mississippi T-shirt, I'll wear it.
mm, mm,
And I'm proud to be from it.
mm. So okay, how do you feel like Alabama's more country? That's what I'm confused about.
I've been to Alabama and I've heard them. They are more country. But maybe it's just my opinion because, like you said, they feel that way about Mississippi. But I've been to Alabama and I've heard some people from Alabama and they got me beat. But
What
like you said,
parts?
we still both country. I don't know.
What parts
I've
you been
been to
to?
Huntsville, Mobile. I can't remember, but I have been to Alabama. You know, my
Mm-hmm.
AU team is out of Alabama, so um,
I don't know. I feel like you got to get to like the real country parts to get like that level of country. Cause I'm considered country to somebody like up north, but like I went
yeah,
to Cali one time and talking like it was like this whole bunch of people from all different places, and I like, trying to figure out where everybody from, just meeting people and stuff. I like I'm from Alabama, and they're like, Alabama, you don't sound like you're from, you know what I mean? Like I'm a black dude from the South, so they expected me to sound super country or super ignorant. They didn't say that, but obviously I know that. And so
Mm-hmm.
they were kind of just like, "Oh, you don't sound like you're from the South." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks." Like this is how I talk. I don't know how else to talk. I can turn on a country accent, but that's not how I talk. And so I'm just aware of like, okay, this is how y'all really see us down here. So
Right.
at least I'm not Mississippi South. I'm not that bad.
Here you go. Here you
No, I'm just
go.
messing. I'm just messing with you. But like, what is it
Nah,
about
I've heard that
Mississippi that
before
gives you
too,
that
though.
pride?
I mean, born and raised. I feel like wherever you're from, you should be proud to be from it. I mean, we do have our ups, we have our downs, but I'm born and raised here all my life. So it's like,
Hmm. Okay, you get like a national platform to say, "Hey, this is why Mississippi is so great." What do you have to say?
if I had to say, if I say it again, if I had
So
to
we
say
we
this is
get you
why
on the
Mississippi
news.
is so great,
Yeah, like why is Mississippi so great? What makes Mississippi so great of a state?
they have people like me, amazing people like me.
Okay, that's a
But
start.
no, for real, I don't know. I don't know how to describe why I'm proud to be from Mississippi. I feel like I said, I'm just born and raised here. I I feel like I came out right. It's like no shame. Yes, we have our downs. We do. We make mistakes, but that's everywhere. So
Mm,
I love Mississippi.
okay,
Now, do I plan on staying in Mississippi? No, I don't plan on staying in Mississippi. But I'm not ashamed to say I'm from Mississippi.
okay, I'll take that.
Thank
But
you.
okay, tell me about the hoop scene in Mississippi though. What's the hoops like over there?
What you mean? What you
Like, are
mean?
y'all
Like,
real hoopers over there, or is it like you got five of
don't
y'all
even
and you
try
just
to
one of the five
go
that made it out?
there.
I'm
Don't
I'm
try to
asking
go
questions. I
there.
want to know. I'm asking questions because I
Yes,
want to know.
yes, we do. Most definitely. I know you did not just try to do that. It's just people y'all don't know about. But yes, it's hoopers down there. Like real hoopers. Did they all make it? No. It's hard to make it. It really is. It's hard to make it. And then we don't have like the resources and the connections like bigger states do. But you come down there and see for yourself. Pull up to a court. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. So I wouldn't say come by yourself. Come with somebody you know from there. But yes, it's real hoopers down
I'm pull up
there.
with you.
Come on. We can have a hoop session. And it's real hoopers. It ain't no just talk. This is what I know. I grew up playing basketball. Like I was the only girl in my neighborhood, so that's how we did. We hooped. It's just hard. It's hard because, like I said, Mississippi is so small, so we don't have the connections. I was blessed to be seen by somebody. Got on the good AU team, went to big
Hmm.
tournaments, and that's how I was able to get out there. But it's people that have played that didn't get the looks that I was blessed with. It's rare. It's hard to. But yeah, there's real hoopers down there for sure. And it has been people
Do you
that
feel like?
made it. Rodney Hood made it. He made it.
Hmm.
Monte Ellis. Let's go to the women's side. Coach Page. She was my coach here at Mississippi State. She won't be here this year, but she made it. Like it's people that I made it. It's hard.
So, what do you feel like made you separate yourself and actually become one of the ones that made it to that next level? I know you said the exposure with the AU team, but like, was that it?
No, no. I mean, so I wasn't like most people. Like even growing up, when you get into high school, you didn't see me at no party. While everybody at parties, I'm in the gym. I didn't hang out. Like it was literally school, basketball, church. That's all I did. And I had to, and it was hard because I wonder why like all my peers they get to go this, they get to go there, like have fun, but it's like what I'm doing now gonna pay off to where I'm trying to go, and I'm still not where I'm trying to go. Yes, I made it to college, and like you said, it's one step at a time. But my goal is to make it to the league. But it's like
Mm.
my dad had us outside playing hooping, like that's all we had. We go get out there. We was hooping in the grass on dirt in the country, like out there with my grandma's house, my uncles. When my daddy at work during the summer, we out there hooping in the dirt. Like, and I have a twin brother, so we was playing 1-on-1. It used to get real serious. Like at one point, we had to stop playing. But yeah, that's I feel like that's kind of what separated me. I wasn't out. Like you weren't gonna catch me out. I was at two places, three: school, church, gym. That's it. That's all I knew.
But being a
But
kid, I know you probably weren't open to that at first, though.
I mean, so I didn't grow like I didn't start playing basketball for real until like the seventh grade. So I was a dancer, I was a gymnast, I was a cheerleader. Like I did all of
Mm.
that. Then I hit this growth spurt, and my brother now, my twin brother had been playing basketball since diapers. Like, but I was kind of like a tomboy too because before cheerleading, I'm outside playing with the boys. That's all. I was on the girl neighborhood, so I was playing basketball, but I wasn't really taking it serious. Then seventh grade year comes, and it's like I don't know. I had knew I loved basketball, but I got tired of wearing the cheerleader. Like I used to, while I'm in my little cheerleading uniform, because it was something like my mom wanted me to do. You know, I'm the girl. She liked that I was the gymnast and all this type of stuff. But like during the cheerleader games, I would stop cheering because I'm over here watching the basketball games, like watching my twin brother play. So it was like my dad realized, like, yeah, she ain't finna be doing this too much longer. And I just got into basketball. And it was my choice. Like, now, did I always want to be at the gym? I'm tired. No, but I had somebody in my corner that knew that this was going to pay off. Because we children, we want to play. And I did play. I did have days where I was able to play and be a child. That's, it wasn't like they was holding me against my will. Like, but my dad
Mm.
pushed us. My dad pushed us. He knew that what we're doing now is going to pay off. And so I'm happy. And I'm to this day, I'm grateful that he did because my dad would get in the gym. He gonna rebound. He gonna work me out. It was days where I'm just frustrated, but he wouldn't let me give into it. And it's like he just pushed me. We love to be in the gym. Like as you see, I'm in a boot and I'm still at the gym. I love being at the gym. It's just a safe place. It makes me happy.
Mm. So between you just putting in the work like that and being on a good AAU team, what happened like in your game? So I know you say you started hooping at seventh grade. So what were you like at seventh grade, and when did that really like click for you that okay, this can be like a real deal thing for me?
So no joke. Seventh grade year, I was at this private school. My dad moved us to a private school for like better education and also basketball, I guess. But so we go to this private school and they take us to this camp in the summer. I'll never forget it. And we went to the Mississippi State camp. I had Victoria Vivians and Tierra McCowan as my coaches. I tell this story to people all the time because like people realize don't know. This is like I don't know. It's just like kind of what motivated me. And being there in that
Mhm.
group, I was the youngest one, so I always used to play up. My dad never had me playing with my age. I used to play up. And so I was one of the youngest ones in that group. I was in the seventh grade, but I was one of the youngest ones because she took the high school group. But I was in the seventh grade playing with like 10th graders. And just being there, I don't know, it just did something to me. Like, it's like, well, this is where I want to be. Like, I want to be here where they are. Being able to see them, then actually come and watch them play.
Mhm.
It just, I knew then, like, I want to be here. I'm going to be here. And so, like, ever since then, it's like I knew I wanted to go to college. I knew. Because at first, like you said, I couldn't see. Like, I'm just a child playing. But I knew then, like, okay, I really want to go to the league. Like, and I know I'm going to have to, like, make sacrifices. And it was hard. It was. And it still is because it's year two, finna go into year three. And I feel like I'm still not where I need to be dealing with injuries. Just not being who I know I can be. And I've been really hard on myself. So it's like, I just tell myself every day, keep working, keep pushing, keep grinding. It's going to pay off. And that's just something I go by. But that was the moment that I knew, like, I want to be here. I can see myself here. So we're going to get there. And once I put my mind to it, it's over with.
Hey, hold on. Oh, time out real quick. We're gonna get back to the episode. I know you're enjoying it. I know you're enjoying the show. But I need you to help me real quick and to make sure that this episode can grow, make sure this podcast, the show can grow overall, and you can keep getting great guests like this. Make sure that you subscribe and follow along. So if you watch right now on YouTube, help me out by hitting the subscribe button. Go ahead and do it real quick. If you're listening in your car, chill out for a second. If you're on Apple or on Spotify, just like when you get a moment, hit the follow button, but not right now while you're driving. If you're working out or something, or you're chilling in your room, then go ahead and subscribe with me. Like, help me help you, okay? But thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna stop interrupting so you get back to the episode. Thank you. I think that you can throw that under exposure, but it's more of like the mental exposure of like the glass ceiling theory. And so what that did is kind of like lift that glass ceiling off of you, and it showed you more as possible. And I think for both of our states, man, sometimes we get capped by what's around us, by what is around us, and so we can't see more than like what is around us in the situation because, like, shoot, Bama ain't had that many people coming out for real, for real. Like, we got a handful that leak through here and there. The biggest player or best player from here is like Charles Barkley, and then more recent time we had Boogie Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, and Eric Bledsoe. We had a couple more come through, but those are like the biggest names we've had. And so sometimes it's like, man, now we've seen that it's possible. We had a lot of players go to college and do things, but like being pro, it's like, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
But we had a couple more pros come through. And so we get the better feeling of like, okay, maybe we can do more. Maybe we can make it to the next level. So for you to go to that camp, kind of like expose your mind and be like, okay, maybe I can do more. Maybe I can become more.
Right.
But there's still like that gap of like the work that has to go into it. And so did
Mm-hmm.
that like ignite the work ethic in you even more, or did that kind of just light the flame, like see what's more out there?
I mean, yeah, like I've always been a hard worker. Like when it comes to something, I'll never just half do it because what's the point of doing it if I'm not gonna give it 110? So being
Mm.
there, I saw like, okay, this is what it's gonna take, and so yeah, it just made me want to work harder. Like it is what it is. It just made me want to work harder for sure.
So what was that first experience you got of like okay, you started working more, but when did you first like that first glimpse of like, okay, I can actually get there and be there? Like, was it your first offer? Like, what happened to where it felt closer to being reality?
Mm, oh, I think it probably was my first offer. Cause when you get that first offer, it just I don't know. It makes you feel good about yourself. It's like, all right, I done got one. Let's see how many more I can get. And I remember getting my first offer. I was in my room. I was on the phone with the coaches, and when they offered me, I don't know. It just I took a deep breath. I guess it's like, all right, now it's like let's turn it up some more. I was in my room. Though I remember that. It just was a feeling I cannot describe. Like you only gonna have when you get your. It's like it's nothing like your first offer. You never had an offer before, and it's nothing like your first offer. It was like one of the best feelings because it's like, all right, now let's see how many more you can get. This is just one, but let's see how many more you can get. So yeah,
Who was that first offer?
Ole Miss.
Word.
Yep, they offered me. I was in the 8th grade.
Dang. Oh, time out. Eighth grade.
Yep,
So 1 year in after taking it serious, Ole Miss was like, "Hey, what's up?"
I guess if you put it that way, yeah. I was going. I was in the 8th grade going to the ninth.
Mm, that's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
How'd you do that? Because I might want to go back to like 7th, 8th grade and try to do the same thing. How did that happen? How'd you do that?
I mean, I have been playing basketball, so it's like it's not like it
I
wasn't my
know, but
first
still,
time.
like, that's tough though, still.
But even when I was playing, I hated losing. Like I remember, so I was in like I don't know if it was in the 5th grade. I really wasn't that good around 4th, 5th grade, and the boys wouldn't let me play because of it. And even my own twin brother, he had made me mad because he was like, they'd be like, "You picking up your sister?" He wouldn't pick me up. My own twin brother wouldn't pick me up. So I remember going home crying. I told my dad. My dad's like, "I bet you gonna sit here and cry. You gonna do something about it." So my dad got the ball. We went to the backyard and I was shooting. I'm practicing, shooting, practicing. And then I remember going up there and I was like, "All right, I'm ready," and started killing them. Like to the point where they'll pick me up before my own brother. And then I was like,
Mm.
"Yeah, the tables done turned." So then we started really going at it. But I've always been competitive. I don't like to lose. I hate losing. Like with a like it just I hate losing.
Mm.
I hate losing.
I'm the same way, man. Like I think I've put a little water on some of my competitive fire. So it takes more to get me like revved up, but when I'm there, it's like, all right, bro, like let's go, cause
Right. That's how I am too.
I'm pretty chill.
Cause I don't like now that I'm in college, which I kind of hate that about me. Cause it takes me too long to like click. Cause once I'm in that
Mm-hmm.
zone, I'm in that zone. Which I've always been like that though. I hate that about me. Like I still to this day been trying to like figure out, Bishop, what get you there, and how can you like get in that mode as soon as you step on the court. Because like I remember you asked my high school coach. She had been trying to get that out of me, get that out of me. And we was in the championship game my senior year. We had been to the semifinals 2 years in a row. We got upset in my 10th grade year. We should have not lost. We lost to Clinton, my 10th grade year. Junior year, we lost to Olive Branch. We lost to Olive Branch. So and it hurt me. So then we get there, my what year is it? My senior year, and I said, I already told I wrote it, you can look at my because I love to journal. I wrote in my journal, I was like, I'm going to the championship and we winning it. No ifs, ands, no buts. So we get there. Semifinals, it takes me to the 4th quarter to click. So I'm click, go off, go to the championship game. My dad yelling first 3 quarters at me, go get the ball, because like I'm scoring, but it's not like, you know how you get that takeover in your mind? And then I
Mm-hmm.
can't even describe the feeling, but all I know is it's like that 4th quarter come, and now all I see is me in that goal. Nobody is in like I don't see nobody else. I don't see nobody else. And it's like, give me the ball. If you open, I'm gonna get to you. But right now we finna score. And I swear I went on this run. I can't even describe the feeling. I ain't never felt like that. It's like I was angry. I knew I wasn't gonna lose. And we ended up winning. I got my first championship win my senior year. Well, it was my second one. I got one my 9th grade year too. But I won my senior year too. So like I can't describe that feeling though. I don't know what gets me there. It's like out of a sudden I'll click. But it literally takes me too long. It took me 3 quarters to get there. And we end up winning. We beat Harrison Central my senior year. And to this day, I don't know. I be
Mm.
trying to analyze and I be like, Lord, teach me how to get there in that moment. I think it started in practice though. You can't just it's hard to turn that on and off. So that's something we're trying to work on because junior year is my year. For real. So yeah.
Mm.
Once we get back healthy, it's go time.
So I think that is like one of the biggest mental things that separate, like, even to go pro level, like the superstars and the all stars. Because like the superstars, like Kenny Smith says this, and I love it because he's like, the superstars gonna show up for you like 75 out of the 82 games. The all stars show up for you maybe like 65 out of 82, and then it keeps going down from there.
Mm-hmm.
And like the superstars show up for you of course, you're gonna have your off nights where they're not there, they ain't got it. They might have been, you never know what's going on. But they had that switch on, like they're gonna perform and show up for you, like 75 out of the 82 games. And I think that, like outside looking in, most people think, oh, it's easy to be a pro. All you gotta do is train, work out, go to the game, and perform. Like that's it, bro. Like why aren't you performing every single night? And I know the same thing in college. They're like, bro, all you gotta do is go to class. Once you get done, go to your little workouts, just practice a little bit, play at the game, and drop 20. Why don't you drop a 20 every game? But there's so much that go into it that people are like so clueless on that goes into that whole process.
Like,
And
no,
so,
no cap. Like, that for real, it's mental. And you can't,
mhm,
I seen this video, my trainer sent to me, and it was like, I can't remember who said it, but the way you practice is the way you play. If you practice and if you in practice, you just chilling and you scoring here and there, and you ain't got like, you don't practice on being dominant every position, every possession in the game, you do that. And I noticed that's how I am. Like in practice, I don't always have that kill mode, like go at it every
mhm,
time. Cause now in the game, I'm like, why I can't click? Like, why I'm not? Cause I want to win. I'm gonna play hard. But it's a difference when you want to win, but you had that takeover mind, like you've been aggressive every possession. I had to start practicing. Like even now, like that's something I'm working on this whole time. I'm like, practice on being aggressive every possession. Don't take no possessions off. Cause then the game
mhm,
now it's not. It's like it's secondhand nature. Like that ain't something you got to worry about. You already notice what you bring when you come out on the court. So that's something I've been learning because I'm like I'm always like I come in and I'm gonna go hard, but I don't like on offense. Sometimes I'm just chilling, even on defense. Like and I don't like getting scored on. I hate getting scored on. But sometimes I got to the point,
mhm,
oh, they score, they ain't gonna get the next one. No, I need to be mad if they score that possession too. Because now it's like you ain't gotta worry about that. Because if they score, you know you made it hard versus them just scoring. It's
mhm,
like it's okay. It's something I've been practicing mentally. So yeah.
mhm. Yeah, I was just before this I had a session training my guy and just talking to him about like figuring out what gets him going and how does he play well. And he was telling me how like he realized that when he's super serious, it doesn't work well for him. Like he plays best when he's loose and he's joking around and being funny and stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, do you? Like me, I'm a quiet guy. So I ain't finna do no trash talking. I ain't finna be up here kikiing and stuff, bro. Like just leave me alone, let me like go on by my life. And then he was like, all right, cool. It made sense for him. And so I think for you, you have to kind of figure out what that thing is for you and where you perform best.
Right.
And that can probably help transition to more consistent, like killer mindset mode. Because if you goofing around and helps you get in the zone, then all right, cool. Be the biggest jokes in the locker room before practicing, before games to kind
Mhm.
of like tap into that zone. So,
Right. I
uh,
think you do got to
that's my
find
little
out
two
like
cents.
what works for you for sure. Cause I can't like I don't know. I'm a nice person, but I gotta learn how to. I had to learn how to just go in like with a different mindset. Cause if I go in being nice, I'm gonna be nice, and that ain't what I'm trying to do. It's not what I'm trying to do. So it's like I've been learning that about myself, and I'm in college and I'm still learning that. Right? Yeah.
Hmm. So, with your college experience, man, like you just talked about, it's still stuff you're learning and still kind of overcoming. But what's like the biggest like lesson you learned from like you thought college was gonna be like this,
Mhm.
but when you got here, it's like, oh, it's nothing like that. What was the biggest thing that kind of switched for you?
Um. Being in college, it teaches you a lot of lessons. So, are you talking about on the court or off the court?
Either one, both.
Well, the biggest thing I had to learn, and I didn't realize it, procrastination. Whoever's watching, don't procrastinate. It's something I struggle with bad. Like I think it's this time management. I struggle with time management. I will overload myself last minute instead of doing it ahead of time. That's that's off the court. On the court, I've learned I never struggle mentally for real. Like as in I don't know. Well, okay, I never struggled physically on the court because I feel like you can't coach effort. So when it comes to like conditioning, when it comes to like just working hard, that's not something I've struggled with. It's really I never struggled really mentally too. But it's a type I done learned it's really different type of mental aspects to the game. So like when I say mentally, it's like I'm mentally like the coach can't it's hard for the coach to say something to me because I'm gonna get down on myself. Like I don't struggle that type of way mentally. I struggle kinda like I'm very hard on myself for one. I feel like as an athlete, I've had to learn, but you gotta give yourself grace too. Like sometimes you gotta be your biggest cheerleader. I be one of my biggest defenders. Like I'm guarding myself. Of course, it's easier for other people to guard me too, and that's because I
Mhm.
overthink. I realize I'm a big overthinker. That's something I struggle with on the court. I overthink everything. It's because I try to be perfect. You can't be perfect in basketball, and that's one of the lessons that I'm learning. Because and I didn't realize I had this until really college for real. Because basketball kind of, I guess you could say it came natural. Like I've always been able to naturally shoot, but it's like okay, Rich, you might be a good shooter, but how can you be a great shooter? Like even this year, I told myself I came in my freshman year I was shooting like 30 something percent. We was like, nah, we're gonna shoot 40 this year. This year at the end of the season, I shot 40%. Now it's like, all right, but you want to shoot 45 next semester. And I had to learn how do you still grow? How do you get better, or can you be great at something? Consistency and practice. That's something I'm working with. Consistency. You gotta you know how players get bored of doing the same drills. They're like, that's boring. Well, I'm
Mhm.
having to learn how to make things that's repetitive. How can you make that fun? How can you make consistency fun? Because I'm the type of person after I do it so much, I'm like, let me go on to the next thing. Like, I done did it too much. But that's what got me to where I'm at now. Constantly like repping things out. And that's something I've been working on consistency and not overthinking, which is just playing. That's my biggest thing mentally I struggle with. I overthink the game. You can't overthink the game. If you overthink the game, and reacting as well, learning how to just react instead of try to think before or have something pre-planned, just react. Those are one of my biggest lessons I've been learning from freshman year, sophomore year. React. You can't just plan something out, just react. So yeah,
Mhm.
but I would say off the court, really just um time management because I think I work better at last minute, which I do. My best papers be when that paper is at 11:59. I ain't that crazy to start a paper at 11 o'clock. I ain't gonna do that. But I'll wait the day before it's due to do it. And I be stressed, anxious, like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this done. And yeah. Yeah.
I was like that in college too. I would. I mean, I was like that throughout school for a long time. I would procrastinate on papers or whatever, and then if I can get it done at the last minute, I'll go ahead and do it. But I got better with that sometimes in life now. But it's the process, like you said, it's figuring out how to manage your time to where you can get it done and just get out the way. Um, but as far as like the on the court stuff, man, like the overthinking, I was heavy in that, and it kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier about just kind of getting out your head and getting it, like figuring out your game, figuring
Yes.
out yourself. Um, that's crazy. I just talked to the guy about this too, and I was telling him, man, like you got to close the gap between the incident that happened and snapping back on track and being focused. So,
Mhm.
you make a turnover, right? And
Mhm.
then it takes you 2 minutes to respond to where you're kind of like, okay, I made a turnover, whatever. Now you're back focused, back on track in the game. You have to figure out how to close that gap from being 2 minutes to being 2 seconds. And I
Yes.
was like, bruh, if you can figure out a way to say, okay, this thing happened, move on from it. Like I made a turnover, right?
Mhm.
Now how coaches say get back on defense. Like literally train your brain and say, okay, I made a turnover. Who am I guarding? Where they at? Okay, cool. We playing what? We playing the zone, we playing
Mhm.
this matchup and stuff. Because your brain's gonna focus on whatever like you kinda giving that energy towards. So get back on track to what you need to focus on, which is the game plan, the game at hand.
Mhm.
And that takes you away from that mistake that you made. So like literally take your brain and say, I made a mistake, I made a turnover, whatever it is, to what is the game plan? Like, what do we have to do? And it helps you like remove yourself from it to where now you're back on track how you need to go.
No, that's another thing. Oof, you hitting the points for real, because because that was my thing. Tony Dukes, love him to death. He's my trainer here at State, and he tells me, Breasha, like I told you earlier, he said, you your biggest defender. He said, do you know what amnesia is? And it's because
Mm-hmm.
I don't realize I will miss, let's say I miss this shot, and I'll be like, ain't no way. Like, I'm the type of person I get mad at myself if my teammate gave me a great pass and I don't knock that shot down, and I'm like, in them shots that I know I don't work on, it's like, come on, bitch, you gotta make that shot. And I don't realize I done missed 3 possessions because I'm still on
Mm-hmm.
that same shot. And it's like, he said you gotta have amnesia, like, and that's something I've been trying to work on too, like learning how to shoot, knowing that it's going in, even if it's don't. And if it don't, you on to the next one. Like you said, having 2 seconds going on, like that type of memory, because having short term memory, because I done dealt with like having just stuff just lingers and you don't realize it started messing up the next play. Now you realize you ain't made the next 2 shots that you could have made, but you still on this one shot because you're not even focused on the shot that you actually taking right now, because you like, dang, I'm gonna miss this one. I might miss this one. It's like I've been practicing having amnesia, and that's honestly with everything. I'm like, I done told myself like, dang, I done forgot, I done did this. Well, what's next? What's next? Like how, that's like you said, training your mind, because that's so important. You, I will be a different player when I get that down pat, because that just makes you, it makes you a different player. Because when you can miss and you on to the next one, it's not affecting you. You being present and you where your feet are. That's why I always tell young players, like, have amnesia, have short term memory, be able to, if you do this wrong, you on to the next, get it back on defense. Like, and I didn't realize how important that term was. Coaches always used to say, get it back on defense, get it back on defense. Really, get it back on defense so you can get back on offense. And so, yeah, no, that's important for sure. You hitting the points. That's amen. That's amen.
Hey man, I train a little bit, fam. Like I know a little something about
Now
the
you
game.
know a
You
little
know, I just
something, just a
little
little
something.
something.
Yeah. Uh. So I came up with Be Like Dory from Finding Nemo, right? So she was known to have like the short term memory loss thing. I
Dory
was like,
was
bro, you got to be like that as
terrible.
a hooper. Just keep swimming. That's your mindset. Just keep hooping.
Yeah,
Like, bro, forget about what happened. You missed that shot. Cool. We got a how much? We got a whole nother half to play, bro. Like, bro,
facts.
keep swimming, keep hooping, keep going on. So you can take that if you want to. Just give me credit the first time you use it, but then just like do your thing moving forward.
I got you. Now I think I feel like that would make the game so much easier too. I'd be mad at myself because I'm like, you be making basketball way harder than it really should be. That orange ball, it should not
Mhm.
like affect you this much. Like, literally, like you said, just keep swimming. You work, and that's why my coach be like, you work too hard to have doubt once it's time to step into in between those lines. If this is for anybody out there, if you know you giving it 110%, you putting in the work, there's no reason you should doubt yourself. Like, you should, if anybody should have faith in yourself, it's really you, because you the one that's doing it. You know what you done put in. So now it's just time to apply it. You done the hard work. The easy part is going out there and playing the game. That's literally the
Mhm.
easiest part, but we be making it so much harder. And I know that's what I have to tell myself, like, you done been in this gym, you done been in the gym 3 hours, putting the work. You in the gym every single day, coming in at night. If anybody should have faith in yourself, it's you, because you the one that's doing it. So it's like the easy work now is the game. That's literally that's the fun part. So
Mhm.
just go out there and do, because now it should be secondhand. But it's also, Breasha, are you training like how you playing the game? And that's something I had to learn, because we shoot a shot half speed when you practicing. Like, you standing in one place catching and shooting. But in the game, you're not catching and shooting all the time in the game. You might be running down in transition. You need to practice those shots. Like, I had to learn practice those shots that you take in the game and do it the same way you take it in the game. Because now it's gonna be secondhand. Somebody had to tell me that. So it's like, I don't know. This year I've learned so much within myself that I'm just so excited for next year because it's like, okay, I've been learning how to train. Even though I'm out, like, how can I get better while dealing with this injury? Because it's a mental thing. I hate
Mhm.
being out. I hate being at the gym and can't play. Like, it makes me, like, it be hurting my feelings. But I'd be like, this is just a part of your journey. God does things for a reason. So instead of always looking at what's wrong, see what like find a solution. What can you be doing right now to make the situation better instead of always like, dang, I wish I should be doing this. Well, why you not doing this? This what you could be doing. So yeah,
Mhm.
I be rambling.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I be just rambling. I get into like this preacher mode, and it's like I be like, Lord, give me the words, and He be giving me the wisdom, and I'm just sharing it. That's all.
All right. Okay. Another time out. Okay. Look, if you got to this point, you have to be enjoying the episode. Like you have to. At this point in the episode, you're enjoying it. So help me help you. Just if you're on Apple right now and you're on your phone, okay, just take your phone, press the subscribe button. It's right there. Just do that with me. Even if on your laptop, take your mouse, boom, click over, boom, do your thing. Now you subscribe. Now you linked in because you don't want to miss the next great episode that I have. But doing stuff like this helps the episode grow, makes the show grow, and the podcast grow so I can keep getting great guests and keep doing great interviews. So if you listen on Apple or Spotify, take a second, look at your phone, press the follow button, okay? And share with a friend or two because you'll find the value in this. You want to have this conversation with your friends so they can have the same value. Now the whole basketball community can grow. All right. Thanks for listening so far. I'm gonna get out your way. Let's get back to the episode. Appreciate you. Not listen. It's your episode. I'm just here to like look good and to make you do your thing. This ain't my episode. It's about you. So if you want to talk, talk. You feel me?
I'm weak.
But nah. Like okay. One thing I realized with the whole confidence piece is that like I wish I knew this when I was younger, man. But like, I always tell kids, like, figure out what your superpower is. Like, what is the thing that you do great that you know every time you step on the court you can do? The minimum I'm gonna do is this thing. So like, the Flash superpower is that he's the fastest thing walking, right?
Right.
He's not finna go out there trying to swim. He's not finna try to beat nobody up with his hands. He's not the strongest. He's not finna do all the extra stuff. I'm going to run, and I'm gonna do as many different tricks as I can with my running as I can. And so when we step on the basketball court, you're not confident because you don't know what your superpowers are. So if you don't know what your superpowers are, of course you're not going to be confident. But once you figure out what your superpowers are, like if you're a great defender, bro, you locking everything up. And you know in the back of your mind, I got crossed up. That's cute, bro, but you have to do it again. So your brain works totally different when you know I'm a great defender. You know you're a great shooter. Psychology of a shooter is different. Like I think those two have to be the most irrational people, like great shooters and great defenders. So you have to have like the next level of mindset because for you to get crossed up and dunked on and then come at the next play, be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I did not. Okay, you crossed me up, but that's cute. Do it again. I'm still here. Somebody dropping 40 on you this night, but I'm still here. Or you done went 0 for 6 the first quarter, but you're still shooting like nothing happened. That's a
Mhm.
different level of mindset. But you don't get there without knowing I'm a great shooter, or I'm a great
Right.
defender. So you got to put the work in to like, okay, this is my superpower, but I know this is my superpower, so I'm confident in it.
Mhm.
But it can't just be like this is my superpower and don't train and work on it. You know, you
Right.
still have to like put in the work and put in the craft, work into your craft to like you're great at it. And
Right.
so, like you were saying before, like practice how you play. You have to train the same way you would be doing a game. Can't sit in the corners getting up, spot shots and stuff. Move around, go gain speed, gain tempo, gain intensity to where it'll translate better. So, um, that's what I be telling players, bro. I be trying to get them to get that in. Like, bro, get your superpower, work on your superpower, and then one day you be like Mississippi State, like somebody here I'm talking to.
Facts. Facts.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be a thing for you, man. Like you can hoop, because you didn't get here for no reason.
Right.
But now just figuring out that mental piece of like, how do I continue to get better and maintain stuff I've gotten to now? So like,
Yeah.
all right, this is my superpower. No matter what, when I'm on the court, I got A, B, and C. Now I have to make sure that I keep training these things to make sure that when I'm in the games, I'm good too.
Mhm.
And then, stay healthy. That's all you gotta do.
That
You
part. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. I had overworked my freshman year. I had over. That's why I'm here now because I didn't believe in days off because I thought the way and still it's something I'm working on. I be thinking when I'm sitting down, somebody else outworking me, and so I had this problem. Freshman year, I'm in the gym every day, even on off days. But it's like, okay, well, how can you train? You can. I'm learning that Breasha, you can still train without physically doing something. You can be watching film on your off day. You can be. You can just shoot free throws on your off day. You still get better. But it's like you also
Mhm.
gotta rest your body too because I didn't. I didn't. And that's why I started getting these problems. So it's like, hmm, yep, I learned.
I used to be so against naps. I felt like I was like you, man. Like if I ain't working, I'm wasting time because I'm still like that to this day. But it took me all the way into college. I think maybe my second year in college until I finally like felt good about taking naps. Because if I took a nap, I felt like I was just defeated and I was
Hmm.
wasting my time. But then
Yeah.
somebody like, bruh, go take a nap. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. Man, because I was like going crazy in college. I would be working my butt off as best as I can. When I took that nap, I was like, bro, why ain't nobody tell about naps earlier? Like I would have been like, bruh, like what? So after then, I'm like, bruh, this is like a hack right here. I wish I could have been on about this.
Hmm.
But it's just like taking breaks where you need to. You feel me? Like you can still
But
get better, but if you got the car running 24/7, something gonna break down. You can't
the gas
function like you
gonna
need to.
eventually go out. Literally.
So I need to take breaks to like refuel myself
Hmm.
mentally, physically, spiritually, all that stuff to where I'm back on track to where I need to. Like it took me that long to figure that lesson out.
No, I'm with you. I didn't like naps either. I didn't know how I couldn't take a nap. I couldn't, and I'm wondering why I'm so tired. Now I'm quick to say, up, let me go take a little 30-minute nap. Close
Hmm.
my eyes. I feel so much better. Sometimes you just need to close your eyes. Your body just literally needs to just lay down. And I love me a good power nap. They are needed. They are needed.
I know you need one because y'all be working hard at that level, man. It's a different
Do
beast
we?
being at
And,
SEC basketball,
and I
man.
be telling people, I don't even think it's just with SEC though. I think if you're a college athlete, having to balance school, personal life, and basketball, that's just a lot in general. It don't matter what level you on, because it's so much that comes with it: the physical, the mental, the spiritual. Having to make time. You still want to go to church, still want to go to Bible study, but you might have practice at from 4:30. You got treatment that's gonna last to 5. Now you got to choose. I'm tired, but I still want to go to Bible study. Like I know for me, we had FCA on Mondays, and I'm on the FCA leadership team, which I done missed a lot of those meetings due to basketball. But it's like FCA is at 8 o'clock from 8 to 9. So it's like, woo, 8 kind of late, but I love God and I want to like that's my way of making time for Him. So it's like sometimes I gotta sacrifice. I'm tired. Got out of tutoring late. It's like so much that goes within it. But it's just a lot of sacrifices that you make. But I applaud anybody that's doing it because it's a lot. And then still be able to, you like I said, you got goals that you want to do outside. People want to like I know I want to do modeling. I got a brand that I want to have come out soon. Like being able to make time for that, but also still making time to just rest. That's why I said time management. I was talking to one of my friend girls. We went to church and she was like, she's struggling with time management too. And I'm like, girl, me too. Because it's like, we always on the go, but are we not really managing our time well too? Because we waiting so late instead of like setting our dates where from 2 to 3, you got to get this done. Then maybe from 3 to 3:30, you take your little nap, go get you something to eat. Start again around 5. You knock this out instead of waiting to that last day to try to get everything in. Like I'm bad at that. I'm real bad at that. So it's like it's a lot. It really is a lot. But anybody that's doing it, I applaud them. I applaud them because
Mhm.
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a whole different lifestyle that y'all have to deal with because there's so much going on. I'm pretty sure you got different people tugging at you, people from, hometown, from high school, whatever. It's like they trying to not necessarily take from you in a bad way, but they just want to be a part because, like, oh, that's my friend. I want to spend time with my friend. Or this is my teammate, and
Yes.
so
That
much
too,
pulling
because
on you, but
I know I'm the type. I'm social. Like I have this social battery, and I do. I love people. I love hanging out with people. But once my social battery is on zero, it's on zero. But I'm also like I tend to put others before me, and so I'm like, dang, I don't want to feel bad because I haven't been with this person. I've been here and they've been trying to like hang out, but at the same time, it's like I don't have time for them. And it's not like I can make time. I just really it's really hard for me to hang out with them. So it's like how can I also be a student too, be able to go to events with classmates and hang out with friends while also not being with them, but I'm so tired they really can't get the best version of me because I'm really tired, but I'm just trying to be here because they want me to be here. So it's like it's a lot. It's a lot because most of the time I just end up by myself. Just I need a nap. I want to be by myself, ready to go to bed.
I got to a point. It's probably my last point. I got to a point where I kind of realized time management is a kind of like a made up thing that we kind of made up as an excuse,
Mhm.
but it's really like priority management. And so
Priorities.
if okay, you're spiritual, like seek ye first, right? And if you got things in order with God first, He said all these things should follow after, right?
Right.
So all right, cool. Let's flip that to the natural, right? If I'm going after what matters the most, everything else can fall in line with this. So for you, right? You got to have your schoolwork done. You got to have practice and everything in time for that, and then some personal time for you, right? So those like the three big rocks you had to complete in your life, and then as long as every day you're getting those three things done, everything else can kind of like follow after that. And for me, I realized like just schedule my day around figure out what's the most important thing for me. What's the
Mhm.
biggest priority, and then from there, figure out the rest of the stuff. So if I know I have 2 hours to do podcasts, I know I have this much time to do my training sessions, and I got this going on. So like, okay, I only have 3 extra hours in a day. So if you trying to call me, have a phone conversation, I'm like, all right, bro, we got to cut this short because I got this going on next. But I know I have supposed to meet up and do this interview over here, and I know I got to do this over there. It takes up the time space that you need to have. So if you got your priorities in order, it becomes a lot easier to figure out what you need to do and don't need to do.
Right.
So if you know you got 10 hours a day to do stuff, all right, I know I got practice for 3 hours, I got class these 2 hours, but then I need my personal time to like decompress from life and do this other stuff. And so once you get your priorities in order, of course your time's gonna fall in order, and then the rest of your life kind of falls in order. I know it's easier said than done, but it's like a practical step to get one step closer to the goal we're looking to go after.
No, that's real. That's real. For sure.
Mm. I got your cosign, so I know I'm good now. That's all I need to hear. So, but nah, I know you got to get up out of here. You got some more official business to handle. You got out there, be great. But anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?